Ladies and gentlemen, the Loboc Children's Choir.
Ano?
Anong ano? Sintonado ka, uy.
Besides being your teacher, I'm also your choir trainer.
Oh my God! Marag kanta ang mga anghel.
Well, Alma, I think we can do this again. This time, mas paghahandaan natin ang competition.
Alma, dili man tunin mo sa laang hitabo sa Manila, ha? Di ba talaga? Lahat ng mga konduktor doon ay aral sa abroad. Sila tanan. Ang saraman ko para matungtungad ko.
Dili ka isog adto, makaon jud ka adto. Kailangan ka mga bata sa Manila.
Jackie, sandali!
This group represents our province. Let's give the children another chance to dream.
Kaya mo to, Alma.
One of the Philippines contenders for the 2026 Golden Globe Awards in the non-English feature. My gosh, congratulations. I mean, that deserves a round of applause, yeah? I said I watched this film 5 times, but I know you guys have watched it more. Tonight, I saw you watch it again. Girlie was actually on her feet the whole time. She couldn't get a seat. And she could have gone outside and sat there, but no, she wanted to see the movie. And just as I asked them what one word describes the feeling of watching it, what one word describes the feeling that it evokes from each of you? And does it change every time?
Yes, I seem to see something different every time I watch it. I mean, there's always something with the children, of course. As I said, all of the kids that performed in this movie are from the choir. So they're original, well, I mean, they're the choir members. Of course, there are always at any given time 3 versions of the choir. I mean, because they have so many engagements, Alma has trained the kids, you know, I mean, they've been around since 1981, and it is now 2025. So you can imagine how many choirs, how many generations of choirs have been raised by Alma.
Music, you know, especially the beauty of the singing voices of Filipinos, right, is known worldwide. We have Filipino winning just very recently America's Got Talent. The Voice USA was also a Filipino American, and so on and so forth. Music is passed on genetically, I think, from generation to generation. I myself am a second generation Filipino singer. My father was a pillar of original Filipino music. And so this story is really, really magical for me, because truly it is magic every time you know, we start singing together. And I think the power of community, like someone mentioned earlier, I think there's magic in that. Overcoming self-doubt, right?
Yes.
Because our main character, Alma, and as you've seen in the film, like she constantly doubted herself, and because there's this idea, I don't know why it is, but we Filipinos always have this weird way of thinking that we're not quite good enough for world standards. We always think that, oh, we need to be trained abroad, right? There's always that idea that, you know, we're not good enough. But you know what? I think all of us in the world have those types of feelings where we feel like we're not good enough, but you know what? Whatever we put our mind to, and especially if we do things together, we can rise up together. And I think that's really the universal theme of the film. We didn't know we would get this far because about a year ago we really didn't know if we would even have a theatrical release. You know, we had no plans yet because our partners were thinking, oh, what are we going to do? We're going to go straight to streaming, you know. So, you know, the struggles of every film it doesn't exactly have, although Morissette, this was just really lucky, is that when we started with Morissette, our lead actress, who, by the way, this was her very first film, but that just for her first film, she already won the Best Actress Award at the MIFF. But I was going to say that when we started this project in 2018, when we cast her, she wasn't quite as famous yet. But now she's a huge concert performer and now also a big actress in the Philippines, and we're so proud. You guys, what my vision is, okay? So that final song, Alitap Tap. Alitap Tap translates to Fireflies, okay? So my dream, and this was always, you know, it always gives me goosebumps whenever I think of this, is that I see it in my mind's eye, those kids on the stage, broadcasted all over the world on the stage of the Golden Globes. And that, I see that so clearly in my mind, and perhaps you guys can help us out with that. Because we think that that song is, even if maybe some of you don't understand the words and you're reading, you know, the subtitles, I just think that song is so beautiful. And of course, it's written by Sarge Lacuesta and our national artist for music, Ryan Kayotiao, sung by the Loboc Children's Choir, and I think they belong to be heard. They deserve to be heard all over the world.
I have a particular favorite. I like the duet of Rachel and Morissette because I just feel that the two of them, they bonded over this film, you know, and they just resonate. That song just resonates, you know, because the lyrics, if you read the lyrics, it's really very, very significant, you know. It's also because they were two very different people and they came together to make this beautiful choir. And that's why that scene always touches me. Also, of course, the scene of Morissette with the boy in the pool, you know, where she's trying to encourage him because he's so down after seeing his father
With another family.
Of course, it's fictional. I just want them to feel the talent of Alma. I mean, she's just a simple public school teacher from a small province in the Philippines, and she never left that town. Although when she came to the U.S. with the choir, one of the schools here offered her and her family to immigrate to the U.S. And they offered to take care of the visas, you know, give her a really good paying job, and, you know, find and educate the children, you know, her children. But her answer was, what's going to happen to my children, the children of Loboc? You know, she was just so involved with them. I mean, she just couldn't imagine leaving them behind. And these are kids that she picked up from the streets, you know, like didn't have anything to do, you know, and she created a world-class choir from those children. And I mean, she's not, like she says in the film, she's not educated. I mean, she's not educated in music. It's all ear, you know, it's her ear and natural. And if you see her in the town of Loboc like we did, she just walks around the town and everybody knows her and respects her. And she's almost 80, I think, now. She's maybe 76 or something.
Really, you can create something and make miracles wherever you are and whoever you are, regardless of how much money you have or support or any of that stuff. You can make a difference, and I think that just brings so much hope, and I think that's something that we really kind of need these days. Right.